damn it, the AI is like taking our jobs, or it's actually not. It's actually just the whole society is trying to in, evolve to the next stage. For itself cannot guarantee that your code generated on like OpenAI is executed. AI write the code for you completely. Everything's like implemented by AI. You don't do anything. But will you really trust that
Yes.
application? Hey, will you guys like take my source code as your training data, and then my source code will be AI is like it changes every day.
True.
So one thing you have to insist is move faster. It's not like AI takes your job, but your job need to be changed from those repeating things to some jobs like might need more creativity. If you let AI to do everything, every line of code, then the models like existing performance, especially the technology today, probably will not be that reliable and
Agreed.
not that accurate. If you wanted to be successful in AI, you might need to have some strengths either in software or
Mm-hmm.
maybe hardware or maybe the models. The world cannot really change you. Then if you insist yourself, then eventually you are going to change the world.
Hey folks, welcome to another episode of AllAboutAI.com exclusive interview series. Today, we have Yuan Jiao, co-founder and CEO of TestSpy, a fast-growing startup that's changing how developers handle testing. In this conversation, we talk about Yuan's path from Amazon engineer to AI founder, how TestSpy is simplifying testing through automation, and the tech, mindset, and the mission behind their goal of bringing one-click QA to every software team. Let's get started. Would you like to share a brief introduction of you that how have you been into this industry?
Yeah,
Yes.
on my side, I would say um, for the AI, I would say basically I started from my undergraduate school
Okay.
because it was like almost 10 years ago when I was
Okay.
in undergraduate program.
Mm-hmm.
My mentor actually is the very first, because I'm a Chinese, my undergraduate program was back in China, and
Okay.
my mentor is the very few first like professors uh, researching in the AI domain. So he's also quite famous in China.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned and also worked with him, and has like chance to get familiar with those. At that time, the large language model isn't really out, so it basically CNN, RN, those like deep learning stuff. So that's how I at first like get in touch with AI,
Mm-hmm.
learn some basic knowledge, and also I try to do some research regarding some interesting topic, maybe in the computer vision. To those are the more like popular topics, natural language processing. So I also have some publications as first author by myself. I
Okay.
think it's also like 10 years ago, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I get familiar with AI. And afterwards, I went here at the US and
Mm-hmm.
also went to Yale afterwards. Amazon after my graduation, AWS, and then Amazon Business. During my career, I also have some chances to uh, continue learning about the AI because Amazon is also trying to do lots of stuff with AI,
Yes.
Alexa, all those things. And they're also trying to onboard AI to help their customers have a better user experience, like buying the things on Amazon.com, also like better experience on AWS platform. So this is also where I keep myself updated, I would say, on the latest technology.
Mm-hmm.
And because our company right now is doing AI testing, we have tried to launch the first fully automated AI testing engineer.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason we somehow try to do that is more based on our career like experience. Because
True.
as a software engineer in Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
honestly, I used to have 7 managers in my first 3 years.
Oh, that's
That is a
great.
lot.
Of
Yeah,
course.
they constantly like leaving, coming and leaving. Honestly, lots of them got unhappy or fired because
Mm-hmm.
of the same thing,
Okay.
testing.
Okay.
So because our team is a big team, we manage lots of resources and applications in AWS.
Okay.
And testing is very important because we need to maintain good quality of all those resources. But somehow, because our teams like engineering,
Mm-hmm.
um, resources limited. We only have probably 20 people
Mm-hmm.
to manage those resources. So each one probably need to write tests or integration tests, end-to-end tests for like 20 resources, 20, 30 resources. And it's very difficult to do it manually. So lots of project got delayed. So usually like in those big companies, if projects got delayed, you're not able to deliver anything, you
Mm-hmm.
probably will be fired or you
Of
will face a lot
course.
of pressure. Yeah.
Yes.
So also like sometimes it's not just about the time or maybe the efforts. Also sometimes I see like lots of Amazon's products
Mm-hmm.
breaking customers. Like
Okay.
lots of the features or products we launched are actually having critical bugs or even
Okay.
crashing some customers like for example JP Morgan or those like famous bank, they're our customer, AWS customer.
Okay.
And sometimes if we I saw a lot of times we delivered some features. It was meant to be like just a minor change,
All
but
right.
somehow JP Morgan called us, hey man, our database crashed. It's
Oh,
suddenly like everything cannot be working. So we
understood.
have to immediately roll it back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And also probably have to pay a lot of money to them because it's causing issues and causing lots of losses to them. So at that time I was wondering like, is it a universal pain
Okay.
for the whole industry, or is it just for Amazon or certain companies? So my technical co-founder Ray, I
Mm-hmm.
also actually I met him in the undergraduate program, and he's also expert in AI.
Mm-hmm.
And then afterwards, he went into Google Cloud.
Okay.
So
Okay.
actually, when he was working in Google Cloud, he told me that it's the same issue.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's doing not so good on testing because everybody just lazy. They after they develop the feature, they probably it's good. I don't want to
Mm-hmm.
spend too much time testing it.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
tiring, it's time consuming, and also it's not really helpful for your promotion for your career. Managers or people care more about what do you have implemented, the functionality, real features, but the quality probably it's not that important, like especially for your career, for those kind of things. Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So can you explain the core vision behind the test flight and how it aims to revolutionize the QA and testing framework of developers?
sure. I can maybe even share my screen
Mm-hmm.
and
Sure.
maybe let me see. I can probably share a quick demo video
Okay.
so that will be easier to introduce our
Sure.
product.
Sure.
Let me do that. Entire wind. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So as you can see, this is our interface.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, right now, it has already Hello, everyone. It has already been launched. So everybody right now is free to register on our platform, and
Okay.
every new register will receive some free credits,
Okay.
200 right now. So
Mm-hmm.
welcome everyone to give a try and see how everything's working. Basically, our platform is the first fully automated. Fully automated basically meaning customer don't have to do too much. One
Okay.
click, and our AI will help them to do all the testing work. All the testing work includes understanding what they wanted to test, write the testing code for them, and
Okay.
also debug the testing code, execute the test code, even uh, find like root causes, debugging, fixing, proposing issues, searching on the internet, do the research for them, or everything like that. So right now, as you can see from my screen,
Mm-hmm.
we just started from supporting backend testing.
Mm-hmm.
That's our starting point because we also um, quite a startup, so haven't covered all the scenarios, but we are also about to launch our front-end testing very
Okay.
shortly. So
Okay.
right now, this is more like an interface for the backend testing. You can see customer write a name for this testing project, and then they
Okay.
somehow say what is their own backend service type, what is their authentication type for that backend service, and then they can simply just share their URL link, the link to their
Mm-hmm.
API or to their program, and the
Mm-hmm.
sufficient permissions, either
Mm-hmm.
the API key or maybe the password. Just share those with us so that we don't have to look at their source code, but we are able to run their program or invoke their API, stuff
Okay.
like that. And then customer don't have to type too much things by themselves. They
Okay.
can directly upload some local files to
Okay.
our AI. That files include maybe your product's design file, the description file, uh, tech like uh, technology like API file, for example.
Okay.
I know lots of companies, they have those like Java doc, have maybe
Mm-hmm.
API documentation.
It
So all
accepts
these
all sort of, it accepts all sort of, you can say, formats.
Yeah. All sorts of formats. So AI will read. Actually, the backend logic is it will read through all those documentation
Mm-hmm.
and summarize in the description by itself. But
Okay.
if the customer don't have any documentation on hand, for example, super early stage startup, we
Mm-hmm.
also provide a certain formats. So that's actually
Okay.
what kind of format our AI will try to write. But if you don't have
Okay.
anything, you can also write by yourself, basically
Mm-hmm.
describe what is the functionality, what might be the input, what might be the output, because like any program is like take some input, share
Okay.
some output. So describe the functionality, input,
Mm-hmm.
output, that's it. That's all. So afterwards, they can just click continue and they don't have to worry about anything afterwards. The AI will start to generating first a testing plan for them, because this
Okay.
is also one of the standard procedure in large tech companies like Amazon or Google. Their testing engineer first proposing, I would say, testing plan in English because they wanted to avoid an awkward scenario that they write a lot of code, but the
Mm-hmm.
manager said, I don't need it. We don't need to test those cases. So
Okay.
first they propose all the cases, let their
Okay.
manager to review, make sure
Okay.
that, oh yeah, this case makes sense. Yeah, let's just go ahead. So same thing here. We propose a lot of cases to our
Mm-hmm.
customers. It
Mm-hmm.
will cover the functionality, the error handling, the security, load testing, um, all these kind of like different categories. So you can see, for example, I'm trying to test a very simple Hello World program,
Mm-hmm.
and I have two categories: functional, error handling. Security, I don't think so because it's a Hello World, so probably um, we don't have to worry too much about that. And after the customer review, all those cases make sense. They can click continue, and then the magic happens. The
Okay.
AI will write all the code by itself within seconds. This is a real-time recording. So
Mm-hmm.
you can uh, test the code like this is like in Python. They can choose whatever language they want. Will be
Okay.
implemented in seconds, and each code actually is corresponding to a case that we generated in the previous step.
Okay.
So all
Interesting.
corresponding code will be implemented and it will
Mm-hmm.
be compiled by the AI and then be uploaded to our cloud platform and executed. So you can see the status of has this here, and the customer can always edit. For example, here you can see there's a console. I'm trying to edit one of the tests because I might want to play with it or maybe change the input,
Mm-hmm.
like make some small changes just to play with it. So customer for sure can do that, and or
Okay.
they can even based on those scenarios create some customized new scenarios and run them like in this step as well. So they can click the run,
Mm-hmm.
and afterwards, um, there will be an additional category above called additional tests here. So with an execution status. So we will compile the code, execute it, And when the customer click the expand button, they will see the source code that they just uploaded.
Okay.
Also with the status. So they can always do customization, and but AI usually will help them to do the majority of the work. And that's
Okay.
it. So all the testing is all done. All the
That's
status, all the results, all the source code. They can download all the source code here as a
okay.
zip file. And they can also even generate a report written in English, including the status, the code, description, and share those with the manager or team members. Also, another thing which is not covered in this demo video is our AI will even be able to help customer debug if anything failed, because in the previous happy case in the demo video, nothing failed. But for
Okay.
example, if something failed, if it's like the test failed, our AI will be engaged and try to help the customer to find the root cause. Like for
Okay.
example, where the issue might be. Is it on the API side or maybe the test case side? And how you fix it. For example, where you should make the change and how to make it pass. So these are like way more efficient, like helping
Of course.
programmers to fix on their backend side. And also our AI is connected to Bing, Google search, all those like search engines. So it will browse the internet, help you to do some like research within seconds first. Yeah, way more efficient than just a human being doing the search by themselves.
Okay.
And they can always rerun for sure. So for example, after I change my code, fix the issue, I can always rerun and see whether it still failed or whether there's some new fix that I might need to do. So things like that, they can keep using our tool until they fix everything. For example, right now, you can see the cause and the fix got updated. So
Okay.
it's like regenerating every time and helping them to make sure until everything all pass, no issue captured. And that's basically it, I would say. And it's right now it's pure backend, more focused on API testing, but front end, whole end-to-end, like front end, backend testing will be launched very soon, within a couple months.
Okay.
It's on our roadmap, and we're trying to bring our solution to every software company to help them save money and also be more efficient. Right now, each test is super cheap. It's relatively only 20 cents. We're
Okay.
almost the cheapest solution in the market. Yeah,
Oh,
and also giving some free credits to every new registers.
okay.
So yeah, yeah,
So
everybody
it's,
can.
it's it's still a win-win for every developer.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
see. So this test file boasts the ability to boost test speed up to like 100,000 times. So can you talk about the technology and AI methodologies that enable such remarkable performance improvements?
Sure, sure, sure. So basically, we use multi-agents. We use
Mhm,
multi-agents, and also we're building our own models. We have our own offline models.
mhm.
It's more based on those like popular open source models like Llama 3 and other models. So based on those models, we fine tune and using some like the coding data to help the model to be better specialized on programming the testing language, creating test cases, and also because we wanted to make sure the code generated by AI is executable. It can fix all those compiling issues. So we did a lot of fine tuning and training to help it to improve the code quality. Right now, honestly, the GPT-4, even GPT-4 itself, cannot guarantee that your code generated on like OpenAI is executable. For example, if you say,
Okay.
hey, OpenAI, write me a code or test the code or maybe test the case regarding blah, blah, blah. Usually you'll find that it will only help you to write some pseudo code or maybe a code that needs a lot of to do. It will mark it to do here, to do here. So it's not like a complete code. And a lot of times you need to like fill something by yourself. So it's more like Copilot. That's why a lot of the existing products on the platform is Copilot, but not Autopilot. So the way we address those issues or make ourselves better is more based on the cloud technology we use. So
Okay.
like personally, I already helped Amazon build a contract test framework before.
Mm-hmm.
So we are not letting AI actually to do the whole work by
Okay.
itself. So it's actually we first have some uh, framework or have some it's kind of like a requirements for it already. A lot of prompt engineer for sure, and also some of the test templates or the
Mm-hmm.
cases is already like formatted or created by us already.
Okay.
And then AI is more like just filling some part of it so that it will be more stable, more accurate. And because if you let
Executable.
AI, yeah, if you let the AI to do everything, every line of code, then the models like existing performance, especially the technology today, probably will not be that reliable and
Agreed.
not that accurate. Yeah. And also we have multiple agents. What first agent, for example, is trying to understand, interpret users' documentations.
Okay.
Second agent is just more focused on writing the code. So if you
Mm-hmm.
merge them together, the results probably is not that good. But if you have like different agents, multi-agents, and you fine-tuning, training them with different kind of like materials, the performance will be better.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah,
Agreed.
yeah.
So
So
how does Testflight ensure the seamless and efficient user experience, especially for developers who are new to codeless testing platforms?
yeah. So honestly, right now, our target customer don't have to have too much technology background. So,
Okay.
for example, even if they are program manager, product manager, uh, like or not that technical, they can still use it
Okay.
because we don't really we're trying to remove those steps which need coding. So right
Okay.
now our platform is a no code platform. As you can see in the demo before, that the customer don't have to write any line of code in
Okay.
in our console. So we are trying to remove those technical like steps on purpose.
Okay.
So just keep as like keep less steps and also making sure that anyone, as long as they're within the company, they know their own products. Because I
Mm-hmm.
believe that either technical, non-technical, they definitely should know about their own products. They can
First.
describe, they know what is their website's link. All those basic information is fine. As long as if our solution can use those basic information to to produce all the results afterward, I
Mm-hmm.
think we're on a good track. But if sometimes if we require too much technical like input from the user, from the
Yes, sir.
customer, it will be probably not that good. Especially when kind of like narrowing down our customer to specific engineers or technical backgrounds engineers. And also when we're doing the training, we're specifically letting it not to write too like technical outputs, especially when generating the cases. We wanted to let the AI explain more why you need to have this case, what is it for, so that even people with not too much technical backgrounds can understand and oh,
Understand.
it makes sense. Stuff
I,
like that.
s- I see. I see. Interesting. So what were some of the biggest challenges that you faced while developing Testflight?
Yeah. So biggest challenge I would say right now it's more about supporting more scenarios or use
Use
case because
cases.
yeah, testing is a very big market, and also it's a
Great.
very big, broad like topic. It has like unit tests, integration tests, a lot of kind of tests, and black box testing, white box testing. So sometimes I would say if you wanted to support, especially developers, the best, you have to cover the most scenarios. Usually, the company with best solution covering the most scenarios is number one. It's the lead.
Okay.
So for us, our solution on backend for the API, I think is already good, but we wanted to like when we're trying to cover more cases like the front end as well, also maybe data testing, and
Okay.
maybe we're trying to expand the scope and also covering more because lots of customer when they trying to talk with us, they're kind of like pushing us every day and asking, hey, when you guys launch the front end, we
Front end
can't
to end.
wait.
Mm.
We tested the back end and right now we want to test front end. So lots of customers calling us and also pushing us, like kind of like launch it faster. We really need the feature. So for us, it's more like balancing or prioritizing, because also some customer asking, hey, I want our API testing for this, for that. So customer might have different needs, but
Right.
our engineering team probably cannot do all the things at the same time.
Of course.
So it's more about balancing, and also I would say more dirty work that
All
you
right.
might need to
Like
do
work.
down. So yeah, the way we address that is basically keep like expanding the team, and
Hmm.
also continue with the fundraising procedure,
Okay.
and probably use resources global wise, like maybe Europe engineers, US
I see.
engineers, and also some tech, like very talented engineers in Asia, like in India or Hong Kong. All those can help us to do faster. So if we just limited our scope or like resources within US,
Mhm.
probably it will not be able to deliver that fast to satisfy everyone.
So we'll be definitely seeing it in the front-end development testing very soon.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good luck with that. So what are the
Thank
like how has the user feedback influenced the development of Test Right? And can you share any specific examples of feature or improvement that were driven by user input?
yeah. Sure, sure. So for example, yeah, I will go maybe back to uh let me check. I'll maybe share my screen again
Sure.
and do this. So honestly, every day because like we are B2B to C
Okay.
business, enterprise, and also individual contributors like engineers can all use our products. So we receive feedback almost every day. And for example, previously we don't really have the rerun button here. And the customer said, hey, I want to like have a rerun button on my dashboard so that
Hmm.
I can easily rerun it without changing the code. So then
Okay.
immediately we launched that because it's not a super big change.
Hmm.
So also like we have this like for example generate test report, and previously the test report only contains basic information regarding the project, and later they said, hey, can you maybe like add a Slack or maybe Jira connection, so that I wanted to share this report into
Team
our Jira.
members.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, so that other people we can know like next sprint someone need to fix those issues, and I can attach that report in the Jira as like some like some like extra materials, so that they will know, hey, well, what is wrong and what I need to fix, how to do it. So lots of these like small things are all coming from customers. They're
Okay.
helping us for sure, improving the platform, making everything better. Yeah.
I see. So what's this sets Test Right apart from other codeless testing platforms available in the market today?
Yeah. So I would say a lot of yeah, like half a year ago, we
Mhm.
don't say too much like AI testing tools, but because we after we did it, like because we're also doing branding, we're in Techstars program. Also, we're in YC program. So people like always looking at the YC, Techstar, all those like accelerator, incubator every day. They say, oh, AI testing, yeah, we can give a try or something like that. And lots of them are showing up these days, like in the past 2 months. And
Okay.
yeah, but a lot of them claim they're AI testing, automatic, end to end, but indeed it's not that true. It's not that true. So um, a lot of customers actually reach out to us directly saying that, hey, we already tried these and we don't like them. So please
Okay.
tell me that you are not like that. You are doing it really automatically, and I don't have to do too much things or stuff
Hmm.
like that. So I would maybe give examples like as some like no competitor existing today. For
Sure.
example, um, uh, maybe Sophie, because one customer just mentioned them to me like a couple days ago. Like
Mhm.
they said, "Hey, you're all like kind of um, like testing and automatically like AI all-in-one solution, but what's the difference? Like why you're better?" So I say, for example, there are lots of tools similar to this one. You can see when you're doing the setup, let's just maybe skip the setup. Um, for example, when you try to create a new test cases, customer actually need to record. They need to do some screen recording, and they need to save those recording by themselves for the AI to understand
Mhm.
what they need to do. So the AI is not really thinking by itself about what I need to test, what I need to do, what should be done, what's the expected results. But more like, okay, yeah, the customer did this, so oh, this is how I'm going to test. And if you have like 100 cases, you need to test 100 places, you need
Mhm.
to record 100 times. So if it's a very simple application, I have maybe just the 3 buttons, like 5 features. Yeah, for
Mhm.
sure, you can use those tools. It's also can help you to save a little bit time. But if it's like a huge application like Amazon, Facebook, then you cannot do that because there's so many buttons, so many places. So you have to let the AI to scan by itself, let the AI to find where I need to test, what I should do by itself. Otherwise, um, it will still cost customer a lot of time and soon, especially that still need their technology or tech background and their understanding about testing. If he's not specifically a testing engineer, if he's just a PM,
Mhm.
he won't be knowing that these are
Of
all the
course.
places I need to test. He will probably forgot or skip some.
So you would say your
Yeah.
test bed's basically very easy to use.
Yeah. Also, it's like a fully automated, really fully
Exactly.
automated. So customer don't
Like
have
a one vendor
to do
solution
it.
to all the problems or to for the developers.
Yeah, one click. So
One click
basically more like
solution.
one click solution. Yeah.
I see, I see. So you already said okay, the customers are very already satisfied and you guys are actually taking their feedback as well. So if you talk about leadership style, how has it influenced the culture and success of Test Right?
Yeah. So leadership side on our company, I think is similar to all other AI companies because AI is like it changes every day.
Sure.
So one thing you have to insist is move faster, iterate faster. And the second thing is always about the quality. Like AI is only the technology, but the more important thing is what problem you want to resolve. That is always more important. What real values you bring into the customer. So the product, the real issue you're trying to resolve, the user's experience, these are probably the most important. So always insist on that. Anything else is not important. Fundraising, investor, not important. If the investor tell me, hey, Ring Hao, do this because you will be more fancy, people will like you. I say, no, no, customer don't need it.
Okay.
Customer
Needs solutions
need
to their
yeah,
problems.
needs
Yeah, of
solution.
course.
Some investors will say, hey, why do backend? Why do UI? You can do maybe those steps, those like more easier for visualization. People probably will easier to understand. Also, no, customer really because customer told us they need it. When
Okay.
a lot of customers share they want backend, front end, functionality tests, we do it. So our company is only for addressing real issues, but not for like I know lots of AI company today, they have greatest technology and they have like a lot of fancy training data. Some
Hmm.
data probably only they have private, maybe from some research labs, and they actually create an application with all the technology, but no one really need it.
Sure.
It's like a high tech. It is so I know like some kind of um like AI dreamer or some kind of like very fancy, very interesting, but a lot
But
of
actually not
the
useful.
those yeah probably is not that useful. So for us, we always insist on customers'
Customers.
needs,
Mm.
addressing real issues. And if some customer, if like more than three customers mention the same issue, we prioritize that. And it's more important than anything. We can stop everything on hand and addressing their pain.
Amazing.
And we do it fast. So this is basically the leadership on us. And also, we don't like we pay more attention to efficiency. So we don't force our like employees or like our team members to work like 8 hours every day. So they can take rest whatever whenever they want. They can maybe, hey, I wanted to maybe be off for 1 or 2 days. It's totally fine.
Okay.
But as long as you have delivering the results that we need, and also you finish the job, it's all fine. So it's more like flexible startup environment. Lots of us, we know each other for more than 10 years, so we have the
Okay.
trust in
I
each
have that.
other. So it's like the
More of a
friend,
family with.
yeah, kind of like relatively, I would say, there's a lot of laugh and joking
Agree.
and pretty fun, like happy like atmosphere in the
All right.
office.
All right.
And also we focus on the results, focus on the customer's needs. Anything else, we just leave it behind. We can always do those like gradually afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, product driven. Yeah, I would
Interesting.
say.
Interesting space to work with. So based on your experience, what are the key traits that aspiring tech entrepreneurs should have to succeed in AI industry?
Oh, Um, like I would say, in the AI industry, I would say like from our side, what we value is if you wanted to be successful in AI, you might need to have some strengths either in software or
Mm-hmm.
maybe hardware or maybe the models. So especially for those new startups this year or maybe in the next coming 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
you have to have some special things in these three aspects. So either you have like a special model, or
Mm-hmm.
you're some expert in the model and have some innovation, or you are good at the hardware. You know, like right now only NVIDIA is good, so everybody use their GPU. But I know like some of my friends, like especially in Techstar, in
Mm-hmm.
YC, they are doing something to offer like maybe not that good. I know NVIDIA is super great, but they're offering some other similar solutions, but maybe cheaper and
Mm-hmm.
also an alternative solution because sometimes it's very difficult to buy an NVIDIA like
Agreed.
GPU. Yeah, so hardware for sure, if you can provide a great alternative solution, you will also be successful. But it's not easy. It's never easy, especially comes to hardware. And software, it's probably I would say not simply wrapping or a layer adds on GPT. All those kind of applications probably will not like be very successful. So you might need to have like more technology, more from the
Understanding of
book
the
on
models.
yeah, especially do more system design, build more complex applications rather than just using the GPT and using the output directly. So you need to have your own application, but the
Yeah.
AI is kind of like just a part or maybe like an engine of the car. So you
Yes.
have all the others like wheels, your system, but the
Engine should
engine,
be yours.
yeah, kind of like that.
I see. I see.
Yeah, AI
So
is part of it, but it cannot be the majority of it.
I see. So what's your personal philosophy or principle do you adhere to that belief that has been crucial to your success?
Gotcha. This is also a good question. So, my personal philosophy is, I have like one interesting sentence.
Okay.
Like, if the world cannot change you, if the
Mhm.
world cannot really change you, then if you insist yourself, then eventually you are going to change the world.
True.
Because yeah, according to Isaac Newton,
Hmm. Exactly.
yeah, each force has its like same uh like counter force. Like so if you stay still, then you were pushing back actually towards the word. So it's the
Okay.
same force, also powerful. If you feel sometimes, hey, the world is like treating me so bad, but if you stay still, if you are not changed, then the force will going back to the world, and probably it will be changed. So gradually like that. So sometimes we feel that a lot of entrepreneurs, for sure, they want to change the world, they want to bring things, they wanted to innovate. And a lot of them actually, after a certain time, 1 or 2 years later, you will see they are the ones who give up their like initial dreams or initial thoughts, and they're the ones being changed by the world. So, but I see like a lot of other people, for example, if you look at Sam Altman, if you look at all those successful entrepreneurs,
Hmm.
they are the ones they not easily being changed. So whatever you say, they probably will just insist by the thing they wanted to do and gradually achieve the milestones on their original plan. The investor, the negative feedback, all those like doubts probably will not easily have impact on them. So this is also one of my philosophy that
That's
if you
interesting
work,
philosophy, actually.
yeah,
So
yeah,
what's
if
the
you,
most, I
yeah,
see. So,
sorry.
yeah, yeah. So what's the most exciting trend that in AI right now, and how do you see them impacting the future of software development and testing?
Yeah. So one trend is definitely automation. So I see everyone is trying to find some automation using AI because AI's best value, like the biggest value is like minimize like our efforts.
Hmm.
So automation for sure is the trend. And everyone is trying to do automation in a certain small area and do the startup there. So, but another thing is so testing automation for sure, it is the future. We're doing a valuable thing. But another trend is there are so many startups, so many people are trying to, especially with AI so popular right now, you can see more and more people quit their jobs, trying to be in and do some startups also these years. And as long as there are startups, they are doing AI, they are actually tech companies, they actually have software. And as long as they have software, they're our potential clients. They are our
Okay.
potential customers. So I
Yes.
would say in the future, we won't have less customers, but it will be even a bigger like market
Market to
or
catch.
business. Yeah, yeah. Everybody probably will, I want to do some AI. Then, oh, they're a tech company. And then they will have
Yes.
a mobile web application. They will have backend, front end. Then they are our clients.
Yes, of
So it's a
course.
yeah, yeah. So it's definitely a big market and it's
Mhm.
definitely a growing market. And maybe in the future, the needs, some of the requirements will change slightly. Probably like our service will also need to innovate and also change according to the like a lot of th new things are going out. But I think testing is always a needs there and people are definitely going to need it. Even though one day AI write the code for you completely, everything's like implemented by AI, you don't do anything. But will you really trust that
Yes.
application
Testing
completely?
would
Like,
still be there.
yeah, yeah, you won't like completely trust it without even taking a look. So if you want to take a look, you won't take a look by yourself. You take a look by using us, by
Oh,
using
of
maybe
course.
another AI to do it.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
that's roughly it. That's roughly I how we see the future, how we somehow think what will going to happen in the future.
So with more and more advancement of AI technologies, if we talk about ethical considerations, so how do you believe are most crucial for developers and companies to keep in mind?
Totally makes sense. So one thing right now, that's how why we started with black box testing, because of white box testing, lots of companies they actually don't want to leak their source code.
Yes.
So if you look at source code, they always have doubts that, hey, will you guys like take my source code as your training data and then my source code will be leaked. It's my IP, it's my property. So they don't want it to have any chance of leaking. So usually they have certain concerns, but if it's black box testing, okay, then because you're not looking at my source code, so I would trust you more. So that is why black box testing, backend, and also end-to-end test, integration testing is our starting point. It is more difficult and also easier to gain people's trust. But later, if when we grow like a big brand like GitHub or maybe those like popular platform, customer probably will trust us more. And at that time, we will probably be able to access their source code or maybe ask for permission for that. Another way we address those concerns is we work with some partners. For example, customer trust AWS. Their source
Yes.
code is on AWS, GitHub. Then we partner with AWS and GitHub. If we cannot partner with them, maybe we provide a third-party plugin. So
Okay.
on GitHub, and we ask GitHub or AWS to verify. They verify our code, our license, making sure that we're not like stealing any customer's information. Then they maybe give us like a check the like a certificate certified like button or
Mm-hmm.
like those icon, and then customer probably will say, oh, okay, if AWS trusts you, then I will maybe just let you do whatever you're doing. So stuff like that. Partnership for sure will also help customer to address the concern. And for those security, yeah, AI today, like lots of the concern lies in security, lies on the data. So I know it's hard to totally remove people's concern. And
Yes.
so we're trying to achieve lots of certificates like SOC 2, trying to compliance, a lot of compliance we're trying to achieve. But uh, like right now, it's super difficult to have
Of
an
course.
AI company IPO at this moment because even lots of the laws, lots of the terms hasn't been finalized. So even like OpenAI or other company, I don't think there will be IPO or in a very short time because there's so many laws need to be
It takes
finalized.
time.
Yeah, it takes time. So during this time, the only thing we can do right now is to provide the certificates and also working with some platform customer already trust. But if we are on our own, or maybe it's like a brand new platform and nobody knows what you're doing, yeah, definitely people won't trust you that much.
I see. So there's another like debate going on, that's AI impact on employment. So what's your perspective on how AI will shape job market, especially the developers and testers, of course, app testers and developers? How will they affect in the future?
Gotcha. I think overall the employment will be significantly changed. You can see it's already happening. Lots of people got laid off. I
Yes.
I don't I don't treat it as a negative signal. Lots of people they when they got impacted, they will say, if damn it, the AI is like taking our jobs, or it's actually not. It's actually just the whole society is trying to in, evolve to the next stage. So they are
Agreed.
freed from doing those repeat and boring jobs. For example, like some of the testing job is just repeat. You just like do the same thing every day. You
Hmm.
got paid. But right now they're using AI. Efficiency is higher. The
Of
same thing
course.
are being done, and enterprise also paying some like some fees for that. And those freed laborers, they can do other things. They can do more creative jobs. So it's
Great.
not like AI takes your job, but your job need to be changed from those repeating things to some jobs like might need more creativity and more like imagination. So I would think that in the future, lots of the people's job will be more relevant to creation. So they think about what issues, tasks has not been addressed, what's the pain like, even like what's the pain for like a small group of people. And then they describe, they discuss with AI, let AI to do the real work. They just brainstorming, thinking, and connection, networking, knowing more people, talking more. So I would say the future will be quite interesting,
Hmm.
but um, the employment for sure will be significantly impacted. Like definitely way more uh, human testing engineers. Sorry, definitely way less human testing engineers.
Hmm.
Definitely way less software engineers because it's first you probably won't do a as good job as AI, and secondly you can see also lots of companies they're not paying that crazily to engineers today.
Great.
So this is I would say expected because a market probably will got um like the demands, and it's all about the demands and needs. So I think eventually it will go to like kind of like a stable status.
Hmm.
So maybe in the future, a startup will only have 3 or 4 people. Right now,
Okay.
lots of AI startup already have this scenario that they are roughly, for example, Mid-Journey, when it earns more than $1 billion, they only have like 15 people. I remember 10,
Okay.
15 people. So lots of the AI company in the future probably will have similar size. They
Okay.
have just a couple people,
Hmm.
and they're working with a lot of AIs. AI are their main members, but the
Okay.
people is just maybe 3, 4, 5, and but there will be lots of companies, lots of teams in the world. So that's how I imagine that. People will still have their job, but more like they're working for themselves. They are the real boss in the future. Everybody can be an entrepreneur
All
and
right.
can be a manager.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So what skills and knowledge areas do you think for the next generation should have to focus
Uh,
on in the AI
sure.
professions?
Sure. So definitely they needed to know a bit about technology, but maybe not necessarily like coding
Hmm.
itself, but they need to know about technology for sure. So right now, I what I observe is lots of the non-tech, like PM, product manager, or lots of non-tech analysts or those like previous like managers, they're forced to learn what
Yeah.
is AI, what is the
Yes.
large language model, what is the like technology behind it. They don't need to know how to code it, how to implement it, but they have to have those concepts in mind.
Concepts.
So, so in the future, I believe because the world will be more tech,
True.
the technology for sure is still always like there.
Mhm.
We will not go back to those primitive days. So
Of course.
uh, for sure. So everybody probably still need to learn about those concepts,
Basic
have a
understanding of it.
basic understanding of the structure, about the knowledge about
Mhm.
how the AI works, like what is a large language model. When people saying they're doing model, what they're doing, like or why we need like GPU, why we need some hardware support. They need to have some basic understanding. And then I think the most important thing probably is communication, because when you're working with real human beings, when you're working with others, like because you do the less work, you do less dirty work, so
Yeah.
more will be on talk. You're trying to utilize resources simply by communication, by asking, by answering. So
Mhm.
communication will be important. And also then imagination, you need to be brave. Yeah, you
Yes.
need to think
Creative.
things, yeah,
Yeah.
creative.
Mhm.
So those things are hard to learn, but uh, I think this is like the future's like requirements of like excellent people. Yeah.
Right. So beyond tech, which industry do you believe is most transformed by AI in the next decade?
I think like AI. So I personally believe in those like honestly robot stuff. I saw like
Okay.
lots of like robotics like movie when I was a
Hmm.
kid. So
Hmm.
I do believe it's not that far away, that
Yes.
maybe in the next, after the large language model, those like great robots will show up. So especially that like you can probably see lots of robots walking on the street. Probably
Hmm.
it's not that far away, maybe
Hmm.
10 years, 5 years, it
Yeah,
will arrive.
right.
And at that time, I think lots of the existing AI company will somehow all fit into that robots. They will find see, hey, in this like a mature robot, what we can provide. For example, Sorrow or those like a video generating company, they will like focus on their vision, their eyes. And lots of the large language model, like model company, OpenAI, they're the brain. They're how they dealing with the information. And also some company, application layers company, they probably will think, oh, okay, I will do some like specialized AI robots. Maybe I help them to do better in cooking, like just like more better at cooking or cutting the dishes or stuff
True.
like that.
Yeah.
So that's how I imagine like
Hmm.
the future and how people fit into that. And yeah,
That's amazing. That would be amazing, I'm sure. So looking ahead, like where do you see Test Pride in future, and what are your long-term goals for the company?
Sure, sure. So, test budget for the future, definitely, I would say where there is software,
Hmm.
there are us. So we wanted to honestly bring the solution to every software company to
Hmm.
first help them to uh, finish this migration from
Hmm.
heavily rely on manual efforts. Lots of the company today, they're super, um, I would say, conservative. They don't really trust AI. They trust more manual efforts. They think, oh, AI sounds like, is it already that mature? So we need to have some time to coach our customers, let them know that AI is right now is already mature. It's definitely never worse than manual efforts, but even maybe even better. So we need to gradually coach them, let them to take a trial, and help all like all customers, all the companies, software company to gradually accept AI, and then accept AI in testing, and then like it doesn't really matter whether they use our products or not, but as long as they are open to using AI in testing, we
Hmm.
will have like more successful business, like a better market, stuff like
Sure.
that. So
Okay.
this is for sure will take some time, and
Hmm.
also after that we will try to support more scenarios. It's always like supporting more scenarios on our roadmap, and we will front end, back end data, and also other type of testing, and then have like trying to make every customer happy, and then probably we'll think about how we grow a business for future,
Hmm.
maybe like for robots, for the future software, maybe even for testing AI model itself, how we can help, how to fit into the futures, like the world of the future.
Hmm.
So those kind of stuff.
Okay, thank you so much. I know it's from all from AllAboutAI.com. Thank you for your time. Wish you good luck for all your future endeavors. Nice talking to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. No
Bye.
problem.